What is it about Sigma females that drives certain men wild? Seriously, have you ever wondered why some guys just can't seem to resist the presence of a Sigma female? It's not a coincidence. There's a reason why these men are drawn to Sigma females, and it goes way deeper than just their looks. Let's talk about Sigma females for a second. Sigma females know who they are. They're independent, mysterious, self-sufficient, and they don't play by anyone's rules but their own. And yet, there's this magnetic energy that they carry, right? It's like they don't need anyone, yet the right kind of man can't help but gravitate toward them. But why? Why do these accessible men, those who are just looking for someone to fit in, get so pulled in by their unique qualities? Here's the thing, society's obsessed with labels, and for too long, women have been shoved into boxes. You've got your alphas, your betas, your gammas, and then there's the Sigma female, the lone wolf, the one who doesn't play the same game. People don't always understand Sigma females. Heck, some people even ignore them. But those who do see them, they know exactly what they're getting into, and they can't help but be drawn to them. So let's break this down. Why do Sigma females attract the most accessible men? Here's why. 1. Sigma females are confident, but not arrogant. Unlike others who feel the need to announce their worth to the world, Sigma females don't have to make any grand declarations about who they are or what they bring to the table. It's simply understood. There's something about their presence that speaks volumes without them having to say a word. This quiet confidence is magnetic. It draws people in, not because they're trying to show off or prove anything, but because they are just naturally assured of who they are. They don't feel the need to seek out approval or chase after validation like so many others do. Instead, Sigma females own their worth without hesitation. They know they have value, and they don't feel the need to prove it through attention or praise from others. This mindset is rare, and it's one of the things that makes Sigma females stand out in a crowd. It's not that they think they're better than anyone else, but they simply don't compare themselves to others. They're focused on their own path, their own growth, and their own journey. This level of self-assurance is a breath of fresh air, especially in a world where many are constantly seeking the approval of others. Sigma females live their lives on their own terms, not dictated by the opinions or expectations of the outside world. Men, in particular, are drawn to this energy because it's authentic and unshakable. There's no facade to maintain or act to put on. Sigma females are exactly who they say they are, and what you see is what you get. This doesn't mean they lack humility. It simply means they don't need to inflate themselves to feel good about who they are. The confidence of a Sigma female doesn't come from ego or pride, but from a deep sense of self-acceptance. This is a woman who understands her own worth, but also recognizes that worth isn't something that needs constant validation from others. It's an internal sense of value that cannot be shaken. This kind of confidence allows Sigma females to move through life with ease. They walk into rooms with a quiet strength, never needing to be the loudest voice or the center of attention. Their energy alone commands respect, and that's a powerful thing. It's like a silent force that others can't help but notice and appreciate. And here's the thing. This confidence is contagious. When a Sigma female is in the room, others are inspired to show up as their best selves. It's not about competing or trying to outshine anyone else. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and allowing that to naturally attract others. Men respect this because it's not something they often see. So many people put on a front or act a certain way to gain recognition, but a Sigma female doesn't need to play those games. Her worth isn't up for negotiation, and that creates a sense of trust and admiration. It's rare to come across someone who is so secure in their own skin that they don't feel the need to fight for attention or praise. But that's exactly what makes Sigma females so special. Their confidence is rooted in who they are, not in what others think of them. And that's incredibly powerful. It's the kind of power that doesn't need to be flaunted or forced. It's natural, effortless, and completely magnetic. So to all the Sigma females out there, your confidence is your superpower. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. The world can see exactly who you are, and that's more than enough. Keep owning it. Keep shining. If you're loving this so far, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I want to hear your thoughts on this. 2 Sigma females are independent. This is one of their defining traits, and it's something that sets them apart from the rest. Unlike many women who rely on others for emotional support, validation, or even happiness, Sigma females don't need anyone to complete them. They have an innate sense of self-sufficiency that allows them to navigate the world on their own terms. Whether it's in their personal or professional lives, Sigma females are fiercely independent. They set their own goals, pursue their own passions, and make their own decisions. They don't need to lean on anyone else to feel secure or to know their worth. Their sense of independence comes from a place of strength. Sigma females know that they are capable of handling whatever life throws at them. They trust their own judgment, and they trust their own abilities. They don't rely on others for permission or validation. They take action, make things happen, and get things done on their own. This independence is often misunderstood by others, especially men. Some men might feel intimidated by Sigma females because they don't fit the traditional mold of needing or wanting to be taken care of. But this independence isn't about rejecting others or pushing them away. It's about having the freedom to live life on their own terms, without the need for external validation. Sigma females don't depend on anyone to feel fulfilled. They create their own happiness, whether it's through their work, their hobbies, or their relationships. They're perfectly content with spending time alone because they know that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. They're comfortable in their own company and find peace in their solitude. In relationships, this independence doesn't mean that Sigma females aren't willing to connect or care for others. Instead, it means they don't need to be in a relationship to feel validated. They can love, care, and nurture without relying on someone else to define their worth. Sigma females approach relationships with a sense of equality. They don't expect someone to complete them because they know they are already whole. They don't need anyone to define their happiness or their purpose. They know how to thrive on their own, and they seek out relationships that complement their independence, not ones that seek to control or possess them. For men, this independence is both refreshing and intimidating. They're not used to women who are so self-assured and capable, but it's also what makes Sigma females so attractive. They're not looking for someone to rescue them or to give them direction. They're already walking their own path. Men can respect that kind of independence because it's rare and it's powerful. Sigma females are not afraid to stand alone. They know that the only person they truly need to rely on is themselves. This independence allows them to live life freely without being weighed down by the expectations of others. They are free to pursue what makes them happy, to follow their passions, and to chase their dreams without hesitation. They don't let anyone else's opinion or approval stand in the way of their goals. It's this strength, this ability to navigate life without relying on anyone else, that makes Sigma females so captivating. They show the world that true independence is something to be admired. They prove that you can be strong, self-sufficient, and yet still kind, loving, and open to connection. Sigma females don't need anyone to complete them because they're already whole, and that's what makes them unstoppable. 3 Sigma females don't play games. This is something that truly sets them apart from the rest. In a world where so many people are caught up in the drama of relationships, the power struggle of trying to win someone over, or the manipulation of emotions, Sigma females take a completely different approach. They don't waste their time with games, and they don't believe in pretending to be something they're not. When a Sigma female enters a relationship or any interaction, she's straightforward, honest, and authentic. She doesn't play hard to get or try to create unnecessary tension to make someone chase her. She's simply herself. This no-nonsense approach to relationships and life in general is incredibly appealing. Men in particular find this refreshing. Instead of trying to decode mixed signals or trying to figure out what someone truly means, Sigma females are direct. They say what they mean, and they mean what they say. This eliminates any ambiguity or confusion in their relationships. There's no need for guessing games or wondering where things stand. What you see with a Sigma female is exactly what you get. This transparency and straightforwardness create a sense of trust, and that's something many people find hard to come by. So many people in relationships play emotional chess, moving around in circles, trying to stay one step ahead, and creating drama where there shouldn't be any. But Sigma females don't have time for that. They are clear about their intentions and expect the same from others. This honesty also allows Sigma females to set healthy boundaries. They don't entertain manipulative behavior, nor do they tolerate anyone who is insincere. They know what they deserve, and they aren't afraid to walk away from situations or people who don't meet those standards. This level of emotional maturity is rare, and it's incredibly attractive. Sigma females understand that love and relationships should come naturally, not through strategic moves or mental games. They don't need to make someone earn their attention through childish tactics. If someone is genuinely interested and respectful, then that's enough. There's no need for mind games to keep things interesting. Life is already complicated enough without adding unnecessary drama to the mix. Sigma females prefer authenticity and honesty over pretense. They don't need to create a false narrative to keep someone interested. Their presence, their intelligence, and their authenticity speak for themselves. Men are drawn to this honesty because it's so rare in today's world. No one has time for games, and Sigma females know that. By avoiding manipulation, drama, or the mind games that many people engage in, Sigma females create space for real, meaningful connections. The relationships they build are based on mutual respect, understanding, and genuine interest, not on tactical maneuvers. This is why men who are looking for something real are drawn to Sigma females. They know that with a Sigma female, there's no pretension, no deceit. It's all genuine, real connection. The bottom line is that Sigma females don't waste their time on games because they know that life is too short to pretend to be something they're not. They don't need to put on a show to win someone over. Their honesty, self-assuredness, and authenticity do the talking for them. And it's this simplicity and authenticity that make them so magnetic. Men see this, respect it, and are naturally drawn to the straightforward energy Sigma females exude. This quality is incredibly powerful because it doesn't rely on manipulation or illusion. It's real, and that's exactly what makes Sigma females so irresistible. If you're resonating with this, don't forget to like and share the video. And hey, comment if you relate to being fiercely independent. Alright, on to the next point. 4 Sigma females are mysterious. There's an undeniable allure that comes with being a Sigma female, and much of it stems from the mystery they exude. Unlike others who may wear their emotions on their sleeves or share everything about themselves right off the bat, Sigma females keep a sense of mystery around them. They don't immediately give away every detail of their life or personality, which creates an intrigue that's impossible to ignore. This air of mystery is magnetic because it makes others want to know more. Men, in particular, find themselves drawn to Sigma females because they sense there's so much beneath the surface. It's not that Sigma females are secretive or elusive in a negative way. Rather, they simply value their privacy and don't feel the need to expose every aspect of their life right away. They don't spill their deepest thoughts or share every personal detail with anyone who asks. Instead, they give just enough to keep others curious and intrigued, but not so much that it feels like everything is laid out on the table for everyone to see. This selective sharing is part of what makes Sigma females so intriguing. Men who are drawn to them want to know more. They want to peel back the layers, but they have to earn it. This isn't about playing games. It's about holding on to a sense of self and not revealing everything about yourself too quickly. In relationships, this mystery is enticing because it keeps things exciting. Instead of knowing every little thing about a person right away, there's a constant sense of discovery. Sigma females keep people on their toes. There's always more to learn, more to uncover, and that ongoing sense of curiosity keeps relationships from becoming stagnant or boring. Men can sense that with a Sigma female, there's depth. She's not just surface level. She's layered, multifaceted, and complex. The mystery she carries with her invites others to explore. but never fully gives everything away. This approach to self-disclosure makes Sigma females stand out because it's rare. Many people overshare in an effort to connect or fit in, but Sigma females know the value of holding back and letting people come to them, rather than pushing everything forward. This mystery is powerful because it ensures that relationships remain dynamic and interesting. It also allows Sigma females to maintain control of their personal boundaries. They choose what they want to reveal and when, and that's an attractive quality. Men who are used to women being completely open from the start may find this refreshing. It's a challenge, and they like that challenge. They want to know what makes a Sigma female tick, what drives her, what her passions are. But they have to earn the right to know these things, and that's what makes Sigma females so captivating. The mystery they carry isn't about being distant or cold. It's about self-respect, creating boundaries, and knowing that not everyone deserves to know everything about you right away. It's also about creating space for meaningful connections to unfold naturally without forcing anything. Men are attracted to this because it keeps things interesting and makes them feel like they're part of something exclusive and special. The bottom line is that the mystery of a Sigma female is part of what makes her so alluring. It's the combination of being intriguing, unpredictable, and yet always genuine. Men want to uncover the layers, and it's this journey that makes the connection even more powerful. 5 Sigma females don't need a man to feel complete. This is one of the most powerful and defining aspects of a Sigma female. She doesn't rely on anyone, especially a man, to give her a sense of purpose or fulfillment. It's not that Sigma females don't appreciate love or companionship, but they don't need it to define who they are or their value. Their self-worth doesn't come from a relationship. This is where they differ significantly from many others who might look for validation or approval from a partner. Sigma females understand that happiness is something they create for themselves. They don't believe that they need a man to fill any gaps or solve any problems in their lives. They are whole, complete individuals without relying on anyone else to give them that sense of fulfillment. They are comfortable in their own skin and don't feel a constant urge to be in a relationship to feel significant or validated. This level of independence is incredibly attractive because it exudes confidence and self-sufficiency. It shows that Sigma females are secure in who they are and that they don't feel incomplete when they're single. They are not seeking a partner to complete them. They are seeking a partner to complement their already rich and fulfilled lives. Men are drawn to this sense of inner strength because it's rare. In a world where so many people look for relationships to make them feel whole, Sigma females stand apart by simply being whole without one. This is not to say that they won't enter a relationship if they find the right person. They will. But their value isn't determined by whether or not they're in one. They choose to be in relationships because they want to, not because they need to. This makes them highly attractive because it eliminates any sense of desperation or neediness. They're not looking to save someone or be saved themselves. They're simply looking for a partnership based on mutual respect, shared values, and emotional connection. Men respect this independence because it's refreshing and empowering. They can tell that a Sigma female isn't interested in being controlled, smothered, or treated like an accessory. She's not a fixer-upper, nor does she need anyone to fix her. She knows her worth, and she doesn't need a man to remind her of it. This confidence in being complete on her own allows Sigma females to be selective about the relationships they engage in. They won't settle for anything less than what they deserve. Men can sense this high standard, and they are either drawn in by it or intimidated by it. Either way, Sigma females don't mind because they are perfectly content standing strong and confident in their own lives. They know that the right person will come along, but they also know that they're perfectly fine without one. This doesn't mean they are cold or emotionally unavailable. It simply means they've mastered the art of being self-sufficient and emotionally independent. They can love and care for others, but they will never rely on anyone else to feel good about themselves. This ability to stand on their own and still be open to love makes Sigma females incredibly appealing. Men who want a strong, independent partner who doesn't need them to feel complete are naturally drawn to Sigma females. It's this balance of independence and openness to meaningful relationships that creates such an irresistible allure. 6. Sigma females are selective. This is another core quality that makes them stand out. Sigma females don't just give their time, attention, or energy to anyone. They are careful and intentional about who they let into their lives, and this selectivity is incredibly powerful. Unlike others who might accept anyone's attention, validation, or affection, Sigma females know what they want and what they don't want, and they make sure they are intentional with their choices. They don't settle for relationships or friendships that don't align with their values or needs. For Sigma females, quality matters more than quantity. They are not the type to entertain people who don't meet their standards or don't bring value to their lives. They value their peace of mind, their energy, and their time, and they don't waste any of it on people who aren't worthy of it. This doesn't mean they are rude or dismissive. Sigma females simply know their worth, and they won't tolerate anything that doesn't align with who they are. They are not here to make anyone feel comfortable or play along with anyone else's expectations. They don't need to have a large group of friends or constantly surround themselves with people to feel validated. In fact, Sigma females often prefer quality over quantity in their social circles. They may not have many close friends, but the friends they do have are loyal, supportive, and aligned with their values. This selectivity in relationships is something that attracts men, especially those who are looking for something real. Men can sense that Sigma females aren't interested in wasting time on trivial interactions or empty relationships. They want meaningful connections. They want authenticity. They want depth. Sigma females don't entertain games or fake relationships. If a man is not willing to show up authentically and genuinely, Sigma females will have no problem walking away. This selectivity makes them stand out in a world where so many people settle for less, either out of fear of being alone or a desire to please others. Sigma females understand that not every connection is worth pursuing. They have high standards for who they allow into their lives, and they aren't afraid to stand firm in those standards. This is a quality that many men respect. It challenges them to rise to the occasion and be their best self, rather than relying on manipulation or shortcuts to win over a woman. Sigma females don't just let anyone into their world, they let in the people who truly deserve to be there. This selectivity is also why Sigma females don't settle for mediocre relationships. They don't compromise their values, their happiness, or their peace for anyone. They understand that being in a relationship is a choice, and that choice should add to their life, not take away from it. If a man isn't meeting her expectations, or if he isn't the right fit, Sigma females won't hesitate to move on. Men know this about Sigma females, and it's part of what makes them so attractive. They don't chase approval or attention. They wait for someone who truly aligns with them, and that person has to be someone who brings value, respect, and authenticity to the table. Selectivity is not about being difficult or hard to please. It's about knowing exactly what you deserve and not settling for less. Sigma females know they are worthy of genuine love and connection, and they won't accept anything less than that. And this level of discernment makes them incredibly magnetic. Men are drawn to the fact that Sigma females value themselves enough to choose only the best for their lives. They see this strength, this clarity, and they are captivated by it. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe for more content on relationship dynamics and leave a comment about your own experiences. Let's keep going. 7 Sigma females are intuitive. One of the most remarkable qualities of Sigma females is their ability to read people and situations with a deep sense of intuition. They have this natural, almost effortless ability to understand what's happening around them without needing to be told. They can sense the mood of a room, pick up on subtle emotional cues, and read between the lines when someone is speaking. It's as if they have a sixth sense about what people are really thinking and feeling. This level of intuition allows Sigma females to navigate the world with a unique sense of understanding. They're able to assess situations quickly, make decisions based on what feels right, and avoid unnecessary conflict. This is not to say they are always right, but their gut instinct is often spot on. They trust their intuition deeply, and it guides them in their relationships, their career decisions, and their personal life. This intuitive nature also helps Sigma females maintain strong personal boundaries. They can easily sense when someone is being insincere, manipulative, or not being authentic. This ability to quickly gauge the intentions of others allows Sigma females to avoid toxic relationships and people who might try to take advantage of their kindness or vulnerability. It's not that they're paranoid or mistrusting, but their intuition acts as a kind of protective shield, helping them stay safe from negative energy and unnecessary drama. Men are drawn to Sigma females precisely because of this intuitive quality. They may not always understand it, but they can feel it. They can sense that Sigma females aren't easily fooled. There's a depth to them that others often don't possess. They don't need to talk constantly or explain themselves in detail because they can pick up on the subtext of every conversation and interaction. Sigma females can intuitively tell when someone is being genuine and when someone is being fake. They know when someone is worth their time and energy and when they should keep their distance. This ability to discern people's true intentions without being told is powerful. It means that Sigma females don't waste time on relationships or situations that are not worth their energy. They trust their instincts, and this confidence in their intuition gives them an edge in both their personal and professional lives. Sigma females' intuition also allows them to connect with others on a deeper level. They can sense when someone is struggling emotionally or needs support, even if they don't say anything outright. This emotional intelligence enables Sigma females to offer guidance and comfort without being intrusive. It's not about forcing help on others, but knowing exactly when to offer a listening ear or a word of encouragement. This sensitivity to the emotions and needs of others is what makes Sigma females so empathetic. However, their intuition also serves as a filter. They know who is worthy of their time and attention, and who is not. It helps them make wise decisions in relationships, friendships, and work, ensuring they stay surrounded by people who bring value to their lives. This balance of emotional intelligence and personal boundaries makes them incredibly magnetic. Men who are looking for someone who is emotionally intelligent and authentic are naturally drawn to Sigma females because they sense that they are one of a kind. They know that being around someone with such a deep understanding of human nature is something special. 8 Sigma females know their worth, and they don't settle. This is a defining trait that sets them apart from many others. A Sigma female isn't the type to settle for less than what she deserves, and this self-awareness is both powerful and attractive. She doesn't need anyone to validate her worth because she already knows who she is and what she brings to the table. Unlike many people who might compromise on their values, goals, or dreams just to maintain a relationship or gain approval, Sigma females stand firm in their self-respect and standards. They know that their value is not up for negotiation. Sigma females understand that they are unique, that they have a lot to offer, and that they deserve to be treated with the utmost respect. Whether it's in their personal relationships or their professional lives, they demand respect and will not settle for less than they know they deserve. Men who come into their lives know they have to step up because a Sigma female isn't interested in wasting time on anything that doesn't align with her values and goals. If someone wants to be a part of her world, they need to be ready to show up as their best self. This doesn't mean Sigma females are unrealistic or demanding. It simply means that they have clear standards and expectations for themselves and others. They are not afraid to walk away from situations, relationships, or opportunities that don't meet those standards. This ability to walk away is incredibly powerful. It shows that Sigma females are not dependent on anyone or anything for their happiness. They are fully capable of thriving on their own, and they understand that sometimes walking away is the best thing for their well-being. Sigma females would rather be alone than settle for a relationship that doesn't fulfill them, and they know that this level of self-respect is crucial to their happiness. This mindset extends beyond romantic relationships. Sigma females also apply this same principle to their careers and friendships. In their professional life, they are not afraid to turn down opportunities that don't align with their goals or values. They are focused on building a life that is authentic to them, and they will not compromise just to fit in or please others. In friendships, they are selective about who they allow into their inner circle. They don't tolerate toxic behavior or people who bring negative energy into their lives. They value genuine connections with people who respect them and share similar values. This self-awareness and ability to not settle for less is what makes Sigma females so attractive to men. Men recognize that they can't just come into a Sigma female's life and expect her to compromise or change. If they want to be with her, they have to be worthy of her time, respect, and attention. And that's what makes Sigma females irresistible. They know that their worth doesn't depend on anyone else. They've built their life on their own terms, and they won't settle for anything less than a partner who respects that. Sigma females don't need a man to complete them. They are already complete, and any man who enters their life must be ready to add to it, not try to change it. This unwavering self-awareness and refusal to settle is exactly what makes Sigma females so powerful and magnetic. Men are drawn to this strength because they recognize that being with a Sigma female means they have to bring their best self to the table, and that's something they can't find just anywhere. So here's the deal. It's the perfect combination of traits. Sigma females' independence, authenticity, mystery, and high standards create an allure that's impossible to ignore. The right men are naturally drawn to that energy because they know they can't find it anywhere else. There's something about Sigma females that sets them apart from the rest, and it's a mix of qualities that's just too magnetic to overlook. Let's break it down. First, their independence is a massive part of the attraction. Sigma females don't need anyone to complete them. They are whole and self-sufficient, and that independence radiates a confidence that is rare to find. When men see that, they respect it. It's powerful because Sigma females are not looking for someone to save them, fix them, or make them feel better about themselves. They already feel good about who they are. This sense of independence not only shows strength, but also the ability to stand tall on their own. Men recognize that, and they're drawn to that strength. Then there's the authenticity. Sigma females are real. They don't put on a facade or try to be something they're not. What you see is what you get, and this level of transparency is incredibly refreshing. In a world full of people pretending to be someone they're not, Sigma females stand out as a breath of fresh air. There's no need for games or manipulation, and men appreciate that. The genuine self-assurance of Sigma females invites the right men in. Men love this realness, not just because it's refreshing, but because they know there's no guessing game. When a Sigma female says something, she means it. There's no second guessing or wondering where you stand. This level of clarity is a huge turn-on. Now, let's talk about the mystery. Sigma females don't reveal everything all at once. There's an air of mystery that surrounds them, and men are naturally curious about them. It's not that Sigma females are intentionally withholding, but they understand that not everyone deserves access to the full story right away. It's this layer of mystery that keeps things exciting. Men can't help but be intrigued by someone who has so much depth that they can't immediately figure it out. Sigma females know how to keep people on their toes, and it keeps men interested. They don't need to show all their cards at once because they know that part of attraction is about discovering someone slowly. Finally, the high standards that Sigma females set for themselves are impossible to overlook. They know what they want, and they won't settle for less than that. The right men are attracted to that too. They know that to get a place in the life of a Sigma female, they must be at their best. The standards Sigma females hold aren't about being picky. They're about recognizing their own worth and never compromising that. When men see that a woman values herself enough to demand the best, it challenges them to rise to her level. And that's what makes Sigma females so irresistible. It's the perfect blend of strength, authenticity, depth, and self-respect that men find incredibly attractive. At the end of the day, Sigma females are the real deal. They don't fit into the typical mold, and that's exactly why they attract the most accessible, intriguing men. They stand out in a crowd, not because they're trying to, but because they are unapologetically themselves. They don't need anyone to define them. They define themselves. This authenticity is what makes them so captivating. When a Sigma female walks into a room, people take notice. It's not because they're seeking attention, but because their energy commands respect and admiration. Men who encounter them can't help but be intrigued by this level of confidence and clarity. Sigma females have an energy that draws in the right people and keeps the wrong ones at a distance. It's not about being superior. It's about being comfortable and confident in their own skin. This self-assurance is contagious, and it makes Sigma females incredibly magnetic. They carry an energy that is both empowering and humble, and that's exactly why men are so drawn to them. I want to hear from Sigma females. Do you relate to being one? Have you noticed the way certain men are drawn to you? Drop a comment and share your experiences. I know there are so many incredible Sigma females out there with stories to tell. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, check out the others I've done on relationship dynamics. There's so much more to explore, and you won't want to miss out on those. Keep being your amazing, unique self. Remember, you're not here to fit into anyone's mold. You're here to create your own. Keep shining and keep standing strong. Catch you in the next one.